Nicolette here from Explore South Africa with me, and today I have the owner of Seven Springs Boutique Winery with me. So Tim, welcome. What are we tasting today?
Thank you, Nicolette. Surprisingly, we're tasting wine.
And I'm going to smell grapes, I believe.
I don't know. You may smell wine. We're tasting our rosé made from Syrah grapes. We only made this last year for the first time, so 2018, and we only have 3,000 bottles of this wine.
Okay, so it's actually it's very exclusive.
Well, exclusive but not expensive.
No, it's beautiful. I love the label. It looks so elegant.
Thank you. The label was designed for us by a South African who now lives in Cape Town. He was living in London at the time. We gave him our brand values, and we gave him what our core values were as people, and he came up with the design. Seven Springs, the name, comes after from Caledon. Caledon is a spa town which is about 15 kilometres from our vineyard, and Caledon has 7 natural springs, 6 thermal, 1 cold, and this name took us about 4 years to come up with.
Okay.
So it took us a long time.
This is where the springs come.
So this is the Syrah Rosé from 2018.
Okay, I love the color. It's very vibrant. It's like salmon pink.
Salmon pink is a good description. So cheers.
Cheers.
Goes very, very well with food. It's a rosé. It's a dry rosé, so it actually is a very, very good match. A good all-rounder for food. So you can match it with salads. You can match it with with seafood dishes, and anything with a little bit of spice, and it goes well.
It's quite dry. There's a slight spiciness that I'm tasting.
Spiciness.
Very
that's
slight
brilliant.
though.
Well, that's good, because spiciness is a description that you would get with a Syrah grape, and certainly a Syrah that makes a red wine or a Shiraz. Spicy is one of the characteristics of Syrah or Shiraz.
It's beautiful, and it's of course perfect for this very hot summer's day that we have here in South Africa. I'm getting a note of watermelon.
Watermelon is fantastic.
It's a very full fruitiness,
Yeah.
and
If you look at our tasting notes, you will see that watermelon is one of the descriptions we put on the tasting notes.
And it's the acidity is uplifting as well.
Yes.
Oh, this is delicious.
And this is what makes it the balance of acidity with fruit in a wine, and its balance that you're looking at within a wine makes it such a good, such a food-friendly wine. So we went to Hermanus for 2 days, went down the Hemelanard Valley Road, and my wife said if we were going to do anything, this would be the perfect spot. Went back to the UK, did a few web searches, found a piece of land for sale, bought 12 hectares of land that had cattle on it. It was very rough land.
Wow, so you started the winery from scratch?
Absolutely. So 2007, 2008 we planted vines, took a young lady winemaker on in late 2009, made our first wine in early 2010, made our wines at a place called Iona in Elgin for the first year. For the next 5-6 years we made also in Elgin at a place called Almankirk, but Rihanna was still our winemaker for all of that time. And 2 years ago we found a couple of buildings near our vineyard, which we have converted into a winery and a tasting room.
Well, you have invited me there, so I can't wait to see it. I'll definitely drive there within the next few weeks. And I have to mention that the Himmel in Aarde Vallei, which is translated to Heaven and Earth Valley, it's so descriptive because it's so beautiful. And it's the perfect route to take from Swellendam to Hermanus, where of course Hermanus is famous for the whales in whale season. Or even if you're driving from Hermanus to Swellendam, it's a perfect route to take.
It is perfect, and actually our winery and our vineyard is the first vineyard you come to on the R320 Hemelanada Road, coming from Caledon. And as you said, it's on the N2 Caledon. So we are literally 15 kilometres from the N2 going towards Hermanus.
So it's such an easy stop to make.
And it is beautiful. I mean, where we are now, Swellendam, is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to.
I know, that's why I decided to stay here. One last question. So what is your favourite spot? Like a hidden gem, something you've discovered that our viewers might not know about?
Brilliant. It's like asking which of my two daughters is my favourite daughter. No.
It's almost impossible, but...
When you say hidden gems, there are many, many hidden gems. You were talking about hidden places here in Swellendam. People just don't know, and I think one of the problems is often with areas like this or places like this, actually they don't promote themselves that well, or promote, you know, the things that are going on here, the history. But I think one of the best places that I've actually been to is the top of the mountain, which is called Shaw's Mountain, behind our vineyard. It's you walk up to the top of the mountain, and then
so it's a hiking trail?
It's you could hike up there, yes, as long as you don't mind the odd boomslang snake. And
oh my gosh,
and
I do.
No, they're a very, very small snake. But the fynbos there, the natural fynbos, as in all of this area, is magnificent.
The Overberg is so well known for all of the fynbos and the Britias. It's beautiful.
The ericas and no, I think the thing is, come in September if you want to see the flowers. You want to see the fynbos blooming.
Yeah.
And obviously Hermanus is very famous for whales, or this coastline is very famous for whales. But I have a special spot in my heart for Swellendam.
And you stayed at Kwetu Guest Farm.
We did stay at Kwetu Guest Farm, which is a little farm about 10 kilometres just outside of Swellendam. They have 3 guest cottages there.
And they've got 2 giraffes.
Yes, and some kudu.
Oh.
And also quite a few other animals. So you're living with springbok. We have a couple of swallows, not the swallows with hair my colour, but swallows that fly about, that keep coming into the house and looking into the mirror. So it's a beautiful spot.
You came for business?
Yes.
As well, and not just leisure?
Excuse my Afrikaans pronunciation, because I'm going to be corrected by Nicolette. There is a guest house here called Schooner Ord, and Schooner Ord is a guest house, a Victorian guest house actually, that serves our wines.
I just have to add that they were listed as one of the top 25 small boutique hotels in South Africa.
Yeah.
So it's such a special place.
I think it's very yes, it is special. But also, I tell you that Swellendam has some most beautiful buildings. But no, so I was here on business, but we decided to have a couple of days and just chill out from our schedule.
So if you would like to taste some of the Seven Springs wine, you can taste them at Schooneoord Country Hotel in Swellendam. So come and visit and have a glass of this beautiful, beautiful wine. So thank you so much.
Nicolette, thank you for inviting me.
Cheers.
Cheers.